Hello, friends, and thank you as always for visiting the Legend Sports Universe YouTube channel, Legend Sports Universe, where legends play forever. This is the Franchise Stars Baseball League Year 2, the American League Championship Series between the Cleveland Indians and the Boston Red Sox. The Indians took the first 3 games, but the Sox avoided the sweep in Game 4 behind a stellar start from Pedro Martinez, and what has been a hard sell for the Red Sox throughout this series, a couple of big hits. Now, the Sox try to complete Stage 2 of the long climb back, take Game 5, and force the series back to Cleveland, while Cleveland looks to clinch a berth in the World Series. Cy Young will take the mound for the Red Sox. Going Game 1 for the Indians will take the mound. So there you see Cy Young, 1-1 so far this postseason, a 4.15 earned run average. He's given up a couple of big hits, but that whip is down below 1. He's been largely effective. He will face Kenny Lofton to lead things off here for Cleveland. Lofton, 389, a homer and 3 RBIs so far in the playoffs. Young rocks and fires, curveball down in the dirt for ball 1. There you see Lofton in his rookie campaign, an 836 OPS during the regular season. Started off a bit slow, but then picked things up as the year went on. Fastball there is fouled off, and the count goes to 1-1. Young rocks and fires, curveball misses down and in, it's 2-1. Curveball there, screwball I should say, misses down low. Napoleon Lajoie waits in the on-deck circle for the Tribe. 3-1 offering from Young. Fastball outside corner, Lofton goes after it and fouls it off. So the count is full as Young works to Lofton here, first batter here of Game 5. Fastball down low, loop to left, Harry Hooper comes on, makes the play for out number 1. Hooper getting the start again. His first start came in Game 4. The victory keeps him in the lineup. Indians lineup, Lofton, Lajoie, Ramirez, Doby, Tome, Jose Ramirez, Victor Martinez, Ray Chapman, and Michael Brantley round things out for the Tribe. Here's Napoleon Lajoie. Lajoie batting .250 so far this postseason. Fastball from Young is in for a called strike. Lajoie, no homers and an RBI. He's scuffled a bit so far this postseason. Curveball there, misses down low, it's 1-1. Young shakes the arm up and climbs back up the hill. Here's the 1-1 offering. Fastball just off the outside corner. It's 2-1. Young delivers. Fastball in for a called strike. The count goes to 2-2. Young gets ready to fire off again. 2-2 pitch to Lajoie. Ground ball up the middle. Ranging to his right. Backhand play by Dorr. He's going to have to hurry, and he gets it. Nice play there by Bobby Dorr, ranging up the middle to throw out Lajoie for out number 2. So that'll bring up the scalding hot Manny Ramirez. 429, 3 homers, 10 RBIs in the postseason. Curveball from Young is in there for a strike. There's a shot to second. fielded by Dorr. Throw is in the dirt, but Youkilis picks it out. Nice play by Kevin Youkilis at first. And the side is retired. So a 1-2-3 inning in the first for Cy Young. Indians go down in order. Red Sox coming up here in Game 5. On the mound for the Indians, Corey Kluber. 2 starts, he has been roughed up. Although his first start, he actually wasn't bad. All those numbers are basically from the blow-up start he had in Game 1 of this series. Here's DH today as Hooper, after being a pinch hit stalwart in the division series and the start of this championship series, got his first start in Game 4, picked up a couple of hits, scored a run in that one. And it looks like he is going to stay in the lineup for the foreseeable future, however long that future lasts for the Red Sox. 1-1 the count here to Hooper. 636 in the postseason. Limited number of at-bats for sure, but 636 is impressive no matter how few at-bats you have. Hooper lines this one foul, and the count goes to 1-2. Fouled off. One and two the count as Kluber works to Hooper. Tapper up to first. Tomei charges. Flips to Kluber. Gets to the bag in time. Hooper's retired for out number 1. Your Red Sox lineup: Hooper, Betts, and Williams. Smith, Dorr, and Varitek. Collins, Youkilis, and Valentin. Youkilis gets the start at first base for Joe Harris. They've kind of been interchanging. The Sox just hoping one of them starts to swing a good bat. Here's Mookie Betts. Betts batting .270 in the playoffs. A homer and 5 RBIs. Kluber rocks and fires. Fastball there. Betts skies it to left. Brantley looking back towards the monster. It's off the wall. Comes down. Brantley plays it on the hop. Betts will hold at second. It's a 1-out double off the monster for Mookie Betts, who is starting to swing a better bat. See how far this missed? That did not miss being a home run by much. So now here's Ted Williams with 1 out and a runner on second. Williams batting .306 this postseason. Early win did an exceptional job against Williams in Game 4. Williams a home run, 6 RBIs so far in the playoffs. Kluber delivers. Fastball there, lashed foul. Kluber from the set. 1-1 offer. Fastball down and in. And that pitch, Williams has had a problem with pitches in that location so far in this postseason. Pitchers have had more success working him in than away. They work him away. Williams tends to read it well. 1-2 the count to Williams. Sinker away. Williams fouls it off. Still 1-2 the count. Kluber checks on Betts and delivers. High fastball. Williams spits on that one. Takes it for a ball. Count goes to 2-2. Kluber looks in again. Gets the sign from Victor Martinez. 2-2 pitch. Williams pops it up shallow left. Ramirez will have a play right near the foul line. Puts it away for out number 2, and a big out there for Corey Kluber. So he gets past Williams. Now he'll have to deal with Reggie Smith. Smith, .294, a homer and 6 RBIs so far in the postseason. As Beatles eternally joins us. How are you, Beatles? Hope all is well with you, sir. Kluber delivers. Fastball on the outside corner for strike one. Kluber rocks and fires. Smith hits this one well to left. Brantley's going back on it. Near the wall, he'll make the play on the track, and the side is retired. So the Betts double goes to waste, and the Red Sox are turned aside. We head to the top of the second here in Game 5. We are scoreless as Larry Doby steps in for Cleveland. Doby batting .241, no homers, 4 RBIs. All good here, my friend. Thank you. Fastball from Young misses away. Red Sox keeping the 1931 uniforms on here for Game 5. Superstition, an art form among baseball players. More than to win Game 4. They ain't changing them, and they probably didn't even wash them. 1-1 to count here as Young works to Doby. Young fires up the arm and delivers. Big curveball there. Doby misses that one by a country mile, and the count goes to 1-2. Young rocks and delivers. Fastball there. Doby fouls it off. Young tried to go fastball away, but Doby was able to get a piece of it. Young delivers. Good fastball at the knees on the outside corner. Down goes Doby. First strikeout for Young. And there's one away here in the top of the second. Here's Jim Thome. Thome batting .207 in the postseason. He's struggled a bit. Fastball misses down low. Bernard Strom is here. How are you, Bernie? Hope all is well with you, sir. Bernie, you've got a stream at some point tomorrow, right? Feel free to drop the details of that in the chat. I thought I saw that, but I don't remember what time you were doing it or if I got the day wrong, so please drop in the chat and make sure everyone's aware. 2-0 the count as Young works to Thome. Fastball in for a called strike. Two-one pitch from Young. Fastball misses down low. It's 3-1. Jose Ramirez waits on deck. Three-one pitch from Young. Thome puts it up the middle. There's a base hit in the center. Smith charges hard, gets it in quickly. So it's a one-out single for Jim Thome. And that'll bring up Ramirez. Jose Ramirez, .226 in the postseason. He has struggled a bit at the plate. He did, however, have the big 3-run double in the Game 1 comeback, and he's not struggling here. This one's deep to right center, way back, and that ball's out of here. Jose Ramirez goes deep off of Cy Young, his first home run of the postseason, and the Indians strike first. It's 2-0 Cleveland. Ramirez got all of that one and unloaded. The deepest part of the yard. Reggie Smith gave it a chase, but all he could do was look, and Young knew it off the bat. Oh, there you go. Battle for first on Bernie's channel, so check that out tomorrow at 1:30 Eastern Time. Victor Martinez, grounder to second. Dorr has it, throws to first, and there are two down. So the Boston crowd's been taken out of it a bit here. Here's Ray Chapman. Chapman back in the lineup despite the righty-righty matchup. Andres Jimenez goes back to the bench to give some speed and a lefty bat. Fastball to Chapman misses up high. That one's fouled off by Chapman. Mike Silva joins us. How are you, Mike? And Bernie says, MB hates Cy Young. I might be with him. MB was actually in the National League game I did earlier on this afternoon for a bit, and that actually came up. Here's a phrase that you never thought you would hear uttered. So that was the Giants-Cardinals game. MB says Felix Rodriguez belongs in the same category as Cy Young. Here together, Felix Rodriguez and Cy Young qualify. Shot here in the center. It's a base hit, and Young scuffling a bit here. Third hit of the inning. Ray Chapman drills this one right back up the middle. We'll see what kind of a leash they have with Young. He got through the first easily. But he's allowed 3 hits here in the second. He's got to keep this game at 2-0. Michael Brantley, 182. But he has played a solid left field for the Indians, and they keep riding him out. Fastball from Young on the inside corner. You've pretty much got everybody in the bullpen for this one. Again, I do not jump in and manage a game until the 7th inning. So the game would kind of have to decide. My guess is if it decides to take Young out early, you've got Fritz Ostermuller out there who's pitched well in the postseason. Lester pitched yesterday, if I remember right, so I don't think Lester would be their first option. And then you've got a mass of guys out there, Derek Lowe and people like that. But my guess is if Young gets knocked out of this game early, Ostermuller is probably, Phil Monbequette is out there also. So one of those two guys would probably be the guy if Young gets a quick hook for any reason here. Oh, 0-2 pitch from Young to Brantley. Screwball misses away. It's 1-2. Young looks in. Screwball misses down low. 2-2 the count as Young works to Brantley. And a screwball there gets him to retire the side. But Jose Ramirez blasts a 2-run shot to get Cleveland on the board. Young battles back and gets through the inning without further damage. Now the Sox got to get to work. Remember, they pummeled Corey Kluber in Game 1. They've got to have that in their heads. We head to the bottom of the second at Fenway. Indians 2, Red Sox nothing. The AI has taken them out early before. Has taken pitchers out early before. And we've seen that in other broadcasts, so it may well do that. Here's Bobby Doerr. Doerr batting .250 so far in the postseason. Slider misses up and in. Doug Hunt in the house. How are you, Doug? Good to see you, buddy. Hope all is well with you. Fastball in there for a called strike. There's a fastball, and this down low. It's 2-1. Doerr rips that one. There's a base hit in the left. Hard single for Bobby Doerr to open things up here in the bottom of the second. So that's what the Red Sox needed. Lead-off base hit as they look to answer the Ramirez home run in the top half. Here's Jason Varitek. Varitek batting .333. Cutter swung on and missed for strike one. Varitek, no homers, 4 RBIs in the playoffs. He's cooled off a bit. Varitek serves this one out to left. There's a base hit. So first two men are on. Pair of singles to open up the bottom of the second. Here's Jimmy Collins. Sinker in there for a called strike. Kluber looks in, delivers. Sinker is grounded foul. It's 0-2. Kluber rubs up the ball, gets back on the hill. Need Collins to have a productive at bat here of some sort. That's not going to be it. Kluber fans him on 3 pitches. First strikeout for Corey Kluber, and there's one away here in the bottom of the second. The Red Sox have been done in this series by just a complete inability to get the big hit. Here's Kevin Youkilis. Youkilis at 071. Joe Harris at 133. The Sox just keep on basically swapping them in and out, hoping that one of them gets something together. No homers, no RBIs. 0-1 pitch, fastball misses down low. It's 1-1. That one is a sinker in there, and it's 1-2. Kluber looks in. Fastball there. Youkilis, high fly ball to left. It's carrying towards the monster, but Brantley tracks it down. Gore will tag and go to third. So Brantley makes his second grab on the warning track of this ball game. And now there are 2 outs. Here's John Valentin. Valentin batting .250, no homers, 2 RBIs. So far in the postseason, his bat has gone a bit cold too. I just didn't feel like you'd play Rick Burleson over John Valentin in this spot. Kluber looks in, first pitch swinging, Valentin fouls it off. Oh, 1 pitch. Grounded to third. Ramirez has it. Throws to second for the force, and the Sox again leave runners on the bags. You can see the reaction in the crowd here at Fenway. You cannot keep missing opportunities. We head to the top of the third. Cleveland 2, Boston nothing. Here's Kenny Lofton. Lofton is 0 for 1. Young deals fastball in there for a called strike. Bernie says earlier, my point is that the AI doesn't manage that this is a must-win game. It does. You've seen quicker hooks in the playoffs. You also see it like managed, like in the regular season games. You won't see closers, for example, get up in the 8th inning, but it'll get closers up in the 8th inning with much more frequency in the postseason. I don't think you'd see something as dramatic that situation, but if he's scuffling in the 4th in a game like this, I'm trying to remember who the situation was, but I know last year's postseason had a couple of quick hooks. Looped in the center, it's a base hit. So Lajoie dunks one in the center, and that'll bring up Manny Ramirez. Ramirez is 0 for 1. Fastball misses up high. Manny grounded out his first time up. 4 for 13 with a homer and 3 RBIs now in this series. Young from the set. Delivers. Manny puts it on the ground in the hole. That was not hit hard. Valentin was going towards second. The runner was going. And the hole opened up and Manny grounds it in the left. And that's a tough break for Young because he got the pitch he wanted to. That's basically a routine grounder. Actually, Valentin was just shaded towards the middle there, and that's not really a good reason why against Manny Ramirez. Didn't look like the runner was going there. He was just shaded up the middle a bit more so than I would expect against Manny. First pitch to Dolby, swung on and missed. Dolby struck out his first time up. First and second, one out. Young has to put the brakes on this. Screwball misses away. It's 1-1. Dolby, high fly ball to center. Giving chase. Reggie Smith tracks it down. Nice play by Smith. Out deep in that corner. They're going to send the runner coming home from 2 bases. Play at the plate. He's out. Lajoie tries to go the 2-base tag. I actually don't mind that one from an AI perspective. Smith is still going away from him on the play. I don't know if I'd have done it. Oh, that's really close. Oh, that's really close. The Sox may have gotten away with one there. Let's check that one out. So Smith, let's see where Lajoie breaks here. So Smith catches this again. He's the deepest part of Fenway, and he's still running. Smith does not get rid of that ball for quite a while. Second baseman is out there. Dorr gets it. Dorr catches it there. Lajoie is at third. I'm sorry, I'm getting people motion sick here. I apologize. And now here's the throw home. It's actually a little bit to the first base side. Certainly not a bad throw by any means. But it's actually a little bit offline. Let's see here. Lajoie tries to get around the back end. He got him. Oh, boy. You know what? The camera work can be so good in this game. I'm just really bad at it. So I apologize for that because that's a great angle. Well, now the Red Sox have to cash in on that. That's potentially a huge play in this game. Napoleon Lajoie tried to force the issue there. And gets nabbed at the plate. So now here's Harry Hooper. Hooper's 0 for 1. 0-2 the count here in the bottom of the third. Fastball misses inside. Hey there, Jamie. How are you? Fastball misses up high. 2-2 pitch. Cutter fouled off. What haven't you seen, Bernie? The 2-base tag? I think I may have seen it like one other time. But that's like the only situation where you can justify that play, is a place like that corner at Fenway. Ground ball, seeing eye base hit up the middle. So Harry Hooper continues to do the job for the Sox, and now the Red Sox have to be wondering, gee, maybe we should have played this guy a little early. Ellsbury was having a fine postseason, but Hooper has just been unconscious. Here's Mookie Betts. Betts 1 for 1, doubled off the monster his first time up. First pitch fastball from Kluber is on the inside corner. The Red Sox have to feel some momentum after that big double play. That inning looked like it could put Boston on the brink. And Cleveland came up empty-handed. Fastball, called strike. It's 0-2. Pitch here from Kluber. Swung on and missed. That's a beautiful slider from Corey Kluber. Bottom falls right out of that one. Second strikeout, and down goes Mookie Betts. Kluber's slider has a bit more downward bite to it than merely just sliding along that horizontal plane. And Betts swings over the top of it, and here's Ted Williams. Williams was very good in the division series. He struggled a bit in this one, other than in the game one. He drove in 4 of the runs in that game. But he's kind of gone a bit cold since then. This would be a good time for the Splinter to wake up. Fastball misses inside. It's 2-0. Throw over to first. Cooper gets back in. Fastball there. Williams fouls it off. Two-one pitch. Williams slashes it just foul. Oh, Ted Williams just misses a double there. And the count goes to 2-2. High fastball. That's a called strike 3. Strike him out, throw him out. Double play to end the bottom of the third. Beautiful pitch from Kluber at the letters. Mr. Williams seems to disagree that was a strike and a seed from Victor Martinez. So we head to the fourth. Here's Jim Thome. Singled his first time up. 2-0 Indians. They lead the series 3-1. They took the first 3 games. The Sox pulled off the win in Game 4 behind Pedro. Now they try to force the series back to Cleveland. You get down 3-0 in a series, you win Game 1, you just feel like you've survived a bit. You win Game 2, and suddenly you start to feel like maybe you've got an opportunity. 0-1 pitch from Young. Screwball misses away. Oh, that's cool, Bernie. Mookie Betts is such a good player. He really is. He's such a good player all around. Screwball swung on and missed there. The count goes to 1-2. The guy's game really doesn't have a weakness. Thome smashes it down to first, but nice play on the low liner by Kevin Youkilis, and there's one away. So here's Jose Ramirez. Ramirez, a 2-run shot his first time up, accounting for the only runs in. Fastball at the knees for strike 1. Another screwball falls in, and it's 0-2. Fastball up and away. 1-2 the count. Fastball misses down and away. It's 2-2. And a screwball away gets Ramirez flailing for the second out. Third strikeout for Young. And there's 2 down here in the top of the fourth. So now here's Victor Martinez. Ugly swing there from Jose Ramirez. Martinez is 0 for 1. Turns this one around towards the gap. Not going to have the distance, though. Betts gets there. Chases it down with Smith passing behind him. And the side is retired. I thought that ball was hit a little bit better off the bat than that. So Young seems to have recovered. Now the Sox lineup has to get to work. We head to the bottom of the fourth. It's 2-0 Tribe. Here's Reggie Smith, 0 for 1. Flew out his first time up. First pitch fastball at the letters for a called strike. Smith nor the Fenway faithful particularly appreciative of that call. Changeup down and away, and Smith fouls it off. Getting a much better version of Corey Kluber in this game than we got in Game 1. Martinez sets up away. Fastball swung on and missed. That's a bad at bat from Reggie Smith. Fourth strikeout for Kluber. Fastball just at the top of the zone. But there were arguably not a single strike among those. That top pitch probably got the top. That can't really do much with that. But that was a bad pitch to strike out on for Reggie Smith. Here's Bobby Doerr. Doerr hammered a single to left his first time up. 273 now in the playoffs. Good slider there from Kluber. Mixing up his pitch as well. 0-2 the count to Bobby Doerr. Swung on and missed. Goes to that slider again. There's strikeout number 5 for Kluber, and there's 2 down here in the bottom of the fourth. The Indians have Addy Joss ready to pitch Game 6 if needed. Red Sox not really sure where they'd turn. Could be Dutch Leonard. They could decide on Carl Mays as well. Mays had a great first half of the year, and then the rookie faltered a bit in the second half. Oh, 0-1 offering from Kluber. That one yanked down the right field line and foul. Dutch Leonard would be an option as well, though I believe Leonard would be on 3 days rest there. And Leonard did not fare great in his last outing. This one is skied to left. Brantley has it, and the fourth inning comes to a close. So Kluber is dealing at the moment. Red Sox still trying to figure him out. They have had a few base runners. We'll head to the top of the fifth. Indians 2, Red Sox nothing. Chapman, Brantley, and Lofton due up. Here's Ray Chapman. Chapman singled back through the box his first time up. Chapman lays down a bunt. Charging hard is Collins. Nice play. Throws him out. Well done by Jimmy Collins down at third. Chapman is thrown away for the first out. It's a clear, beautiful night here at Fenway Park. Here's Michael Brantley. Brantley is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. Fastball in there for a called strike. Remember, the Red Sox took down the defending champion, Oakland A's, who for the second straight year won 111 games. Curveball misses down and away. Red Sox also did not get home field for this series despite having the better record because the Red Sox were the wild card team. They defeated the Twins in the one-game playoff. Curveball there, ground ball in the hole. That ball had eyes between Youkilis and Doerr, and it's a one-out single. So Brantley is on. That'll turn the Indians lineup over to Kenny Lofton. Lofton is 0 for 2. Runner goes. Swung on and missed. Throw from Varitek. Not in time. It's a stolen base from Michael Brantley. So Brantley swipes the bag to eliminate the double play possibility. Not that you're too worried about a double play with Kenny Lofton at the plate. Screwball misses down and away. One and one the count. Screwball misses away. It's 2-1. Young looks in. Fastball, Lofton puts this one towards the gap. That's going to be a tough play. Long run, and Hooper gets there. Nice play by Harry Hooper, who then throws a strike to third, and the runner holds. Well done by Harry Hooper out in left field. So now here's Napoleon Lajoie, 1 for 2. He's singled back in the third. Was thrown out trying to take a two-base attempt on a sacrifice, from what would have been a sacrifice fly, deep into that deep corner out there in center here at Fenway. Barely thrown out at the plate. Nice relay from Smith to Dorr. Fastball swung on and missed at the letters. It's 0-2. Curveball swung on and missed, and down goes Lajoie. So good inning there from Young. Allows the base runner, but gets out of it with some help from a nice play by Harry Hooper, who Beatles eternally notes was a terrific outfielder. You know, again, this, and it also hurts the Sox. The Sox get hurt a little bit just by the nature of how I set this up, because I also, as Jimmy Collins steps in, not to deviate too much from the broadcast, but I didn't rate any players to play any position that they didn't play at least 20% of the time in their career. Because I didn't want to go and have the game start bastardizing lineups and like, oh, gee, this guy played 20 games at third base. I'm going to make him the starting third baseman over a guy who played 500 games there. You know, and I didn't want that stuff to start happening. So I made 20% as the guideline, so it would kind of make players play a bit truer. But like Reggie Smith played some first base. And Reggie Smith has been a terrific player for the Red Sox over the first 2 years. So if Reggie Smith was actually qualified to play first base in this, you could play Smith at first, since, I mean, Harris had a good regular season. But like now, where Harris and Youkilis neither are swinging a good bat, you could play Smith at first, and then you could have had Hooper playing left, Ellsbury in center, keep Williams as the DH, and then you could have played Hooper's bat all the time. So they kind of get victimized a little bit by that situation, and the Red Sox just also have a ton of outfield depth, which, as we talked about, is the reason why Manny ends up on the Indians. I don't remember the exact raw numbers, but his WAR is, I think it's maybe like 5 higher for his career with the Red Sox than with the Indians, but his rank among outfielders, which is how I decide where players go for teams, more just as a matter of balance and keeping fewer guys from getting trapped behind other players. But Manny ranks higher on the WAR list among Indians outfielders than he does among the Red Sox outfielders. So the Red Sox just have a ton of depth. I mean, they've got Dwight Evans down in the minor leagues right now, if I'm remembering correctly. Rice hasn't even entered yet. You know, so I mean, they're going to end up with a logjam, which with some of these old teams is what's going to happen. There's a shot out in the center. Lofton makes the play. Runner retreats. There's one down. You know, but that the whole reason why I set it up this way was to kind of keep guys from getting locked in behind, and you know, just get as many guys playing as as was practical, and to if they can possibly benefit from a guy like the Mets have been dead at shortstop their entire career, their entire history basically, except for Jose Reyes. So Francisco Lindor actually ranks higher on the Mets shortstop list than he ranks on the Indian shortstop list, even though when I put this project together, Lindor had only played like a year and a half with the Mets. It's just how bad the position has been for them. So a base hit into right field. Now you've got 2 men on. So the Red Sox once again are in a position where they're going to look for a big hit that has eluded them all series. Here's Harry Hooper. We were just discussing Hooper is 1 for 2. Fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Reggie played second base as a rookie. That I didn't remember. Right, but like if I rate Reggie Smith as a rookie, as a second baseman, that wouldn't really make any sense. It wouldn't represent the player well, which is what I was going for. Shot into the gap in right center. Lofton gets there for the grab. Nice play by Kenny Lofton. Throws into third, but the runners weren't trying to go anywhere. So Hooper is retired, and now here's Mookie Betts. First and second, 2 outs. Once again, runner in scoring position with less than 2 outs. And the Sox in danger of coming up empty. Fastball from Kluber misses inside. I appreciate that, though. Yeah, this was just... And once I came up with this, I was like, geez, why didn't I do it like this all along, like all the years I've been doing these mods? I've always done, like, fictional teams and stuff like that, like with Out of the Park and things, and taken all these great players from history and put them on fictional teams. And there's an appeal to that. And for me, I like that too because it merges everybody. But this franchise, if I was going to do a franchise stars thing, chopper down to Ramirez there, who throws Betts out, and the side is retired, and the Sox once again fail to come through with the big hit. The Fenway crowd getting frustrated and getting scared that their season is on the brink. Manny Ramirez will lead off the top of the 6th for the Tribe. But what I was saying, Doug, is like, so once I decided I was going to do a franchise stars thing again, I was like, I have to do some kind of a wrinkle to it, and this is the means that I decided with to go about it, the mass 100-player pool and all that kind of stuff. And now I'm carrying that same approach over to the football project I'm developing for Madden, which is going to be great when it's done. I'm loving the testing of it, but man, there's so much to do for that project to make it work right. And Manny Ramirez deep to left field. That's going to clear the monster. Home run Manny Ramirez, and it's 3-0 Cleveland. Manny goes deep, and the Tribe get an insurance run. I got to look up what his year 1 playoff numbers were. I know they were great, but Manny Ramirez's postseason numbers through these first 2 years are just absolutely ridiculous. Cy Young throws his hands up in disbelief there. That is a tracer into the seats at Fenway. So now Young will try to regroup again to face Larry Doby. We'll see if the Red Sox get bullpen action going. Although I would take charge after this 6th inning anyway. But we'll see if they get Young out before that. Fastball swung on and missed. It's 1-1. All good, Birdie. All good. Hey, listen, I mean, who wouldn't want to have Manny Ramirez? Like, you know, I get it. I do. I get it. I'm sure there are other cases that I'm not thinking of off the top of my head, but the Manny assignment is probably among the top 5 closest assignments. And Larry Doby just jacked this one deep into the Boston night, and the Sox have a problem. Larry Doby goes deep. Ramirez and Doby go back-to-back here in the top of the 6th. And it is now 4-0 Cleveland. And the momentum is just not going the Red Sox way. They have missed several opportunities to get runs home. And now the Indians might have put the nails in the coffin here. Doby, a moonshot into the seats out and right. Well into the seats. And that's going to be it for Cy Young. So in comes Fritz Ostermuller. 3 appearances so far in the postseason. He's 1-0. He's worked 3 1/3. ERA doesn't matter with that small a sample size. So they turn to Ostermuller to try to keep this game where it stands. He'll come in to face Jim Thome. Fastball misses outside. It's 1-0. Back-to-back, Todd B. I didn't even see you slip in, Todd. I'm sorry about that. How you doing, buddy? Hope you're feeling better today. Fastball at the knees. Beetle says stick a fork in the Sox. I'm inclined to agree. They've just shown no sign of being able to really put together a real rally. I mean, yeah, 10 runs in the first 4 innings of Game 1, and they've scored 5 runs since then. Again, I talked about this the other day, and I literally, I didn't think of checking because it didn't even dawn on me until a couple of days later. But the morale feature that the game has, I've never really focused much on it. Because you can't assign it. It's just something that the game does. Tomei drives this one to center, but Smith will get there. Put it away for out number 1. But I wonder if the team morale thing all dropped after that Game 1 loss. I'm admittedly not sure if that's the case or not. But it would explain why Boston has just gone in the tank since collapsing in Game 1. Ground ball to second. Dorr makes the play. Sets and throws. And there's 2 down. Well, see, Bernie, they agreed with you. They pulled them there. And I don't think you would have pulled them before that. Like, I don't think you would have pulled them after the Manny home run necessarily. But after the Dolby home run, you certainly do. But again, Young pitching with just no margin for error, as cold as this Red Sox offense has gotten. Indian skipper looks like Ozzie, and that is completely just dumb luck, Todd, honestly. Fly ball here to center. Smith puts it away, and the side is retired. But Manny and Doby go back-to-back, and the Tribe get 2 more. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Cleveland, 12 outs away from a World Series berth. They lead it 4-0. And now here's Ted Williams. Williams 0 for 2 today, 5 for 19 in the series.
The designated hitter, Ted Williams.
Corey Kluber has thrown a terrific game here for the Tribe. The pummeling he took in Game 1, a distant memory at the moment. Cutter rides inside to Williams. It's 1-0. I so wish you could edit the managers, but it doesn't let you do that. I don't know if 23 lets you do it, because this is 22. But my guess is not. Cutter there down low. It's 2-1. Williams taking practice swings. He's a bit off at the moment. Last thing the Indians want to see is Ted Williams wake up. 3-1. That one misses well out of the zone. Reggie Smith swings a weighted bat in the on-deck circle. 3-1 pitch from Kluber. That's a fastball on the inside corner. Count goes to 3-2. Breaking ball. Williams tries to slap it towards the gap. Towards the hole, I should say, rather. But Chapman is there. Throws him out, and there's 1 away. So here's Reggie Smith. Smith is 0 for 2. He has struck out and flown out. 5 for 18 in the series with a pair of RBIs. Fastball in for a called strike. Appreciate you guys all joining me here on this Friday night. I was able to get on a little earlier than usual. My wife was exhausted. She's a nurse. She works all week. She's allowed. We watched a Christmas movie, Christmas with the Cranks together, which we had never seen. Had dinner together, and then that was the end of her night, and I decided I wanted to get a game done. So Smith fouls it off. 1-2 the count. Kluber delivers, locks him up. They say Smith went. That is a tough ring up there. Nothing going the Sox way at the moment. Here's Bobby Doerr. Doerr is 1 for 2. He's singled in the second. Agreed, Doug. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Completely predictable, but a lot of fun. Ground ball to the right side. Lajoie, nice play. Throws Doerr out from the outfield grass. And the side is retired. So Kluber is through 6 scoreless here. We'll head to the top of the 7th at Fenway. Chapman, Brantley, and Lofton due up for the Indians. They lead it 4-0. So here's Ray Chapman. Let's go see. I want to take a peek now that we're in the 7th. See what the Sox bullpen is. The Sox have Monbiquette and Wilson warming up. I kind of feel like they should have... they could actually bring in a lefty at any point. Lester's tired. Bergmeier's tired. That's the problem. Even Dutch Leonard is still a little bit tired. You're not going to ask for a lot of outs out of a lefty pitcher here, but you're playing to kind of keep your season alive. We're going to sit Wilson anyway, and we're going to warm Lester up. Even if you're just trying to get John Lester to get you through 2 batters, we're going to get Lester warming up just to have him. But Ostermuller will go as long as he's throwing well here. First pitch fastball. Misses away. All right, Todd, you got me there. I actually saw the ad for that. My wife would never watch that in a million years. Two-0 pitch. Slider is in for a called strike. Ostermuller rocks and fires. That one's hit out towards the gap. Reggie Smith has a long way to go, but he gets there. Nice play by Smith. And there's one away. I think I saw in the Discord, I popped it up after I had started the game for a minute because I saw it ding. I believe Mr. Beatles is going to be having a little Friday night chinwag on his channel, so head over there once this game wraps up. Michael Brantley serves a base hit out in the center. It's a 1-out single. So Brantley, who's been miserable at the plate in the playoffs, has his second hit of the ball game. And that'll turn the order over for Kenny Lofton. Lofton is 0 for 3. Fastball taken for a strike. Fastball is in there. It's 0-2. I'll be listening to that while I do some work on the Madden project. I think I have come up with a proper spreadsheet that will basically convert the coaching playbook ratings from Action PC and let me develop Madden playbooks based on the coach data that's in Action PC. But I got to finish entering a couple of those playbooks and then testing them out. So I'll be trying to get that work done while I listen to the chinwag this evening. Here's Napoleon Lajoie. Lajoie is 1 for 3. All right, so Bernie, there's a runner on first. You've got Lajoie and Ramirez coming up. Ostermuller is throwing pretty well. Do you want to leave Ostermuller in here? Or do you want to let Monbiquette come in for the 2 right-handers? I don't think Jack Wilson is an option. He's thrown okay in this postseason, but I personally still don't trust Jack Wilson. Wilson during the season, 4.7 ERA. He was miserable in last year's playoffs, so he's been good when you've needed him here. Use Monbo, you got it. All right, so Ostermuller gets his job done, but now Bill Monbiquette is going to try and get the Sox through the rest of this inning. Monbiquette has made 5 appearances. He's been solid, 2.45 earned run average so far in the postseason. With the runner on, they're going to ask Monbiquette to face Napoleon Lajoie. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Lajoie is 1 for 3. Monbiquette deals fastball in there for a called strike. Throws over to first. Brantley dives back in. Oh, 1 pitch. Slider misses away. That's a good pitch by Monbiquette. Fastball misses up and in. The show has, you can turn variable umpires on and off, and I always have it on because I think that's what you want. I don't want it to be the strict strike zone all the time. But I kind of feel like the variable umpire, it's never a true strike zone. There's always corners being tight. I never feel like it gives you too wide a strike zone. Like there's always a part of the zone that's clipped. So it's a good feature, but I wish they did it a little bit better. Lajoie fly ball out to left center. It's carrying. Hooper has a beat on it though. Puts it away, and the side is retired. 7th inning stretch time at Fenway. Varitek, Collins, and Youkilis due up. We'll see how the Red Sox decide to handle it to face Corey Kluber. Their season on the line, 3 innings left to do some damage. Varitek is 1 for 2. He's singled in the 2nd. And again, Varitek 4 for 15 in the series. He swung a good bat so far, so I don't think Varitek is a guy you pinch hit for. You're the Sox. You've got Ellsbury on the bench. You've got Dom DiMaggio on the bench. The other first baseman, Joe Harris, is on the bench. Christian Vasquez. I'm trying to think if I'm forgetting, and Rick Burleson are your bench bats for the Sox. Varitek rounds out for the first out. There's 1 away. The Sox were getting some decent contact earlier. We just weren't converting, but now they're not even getting hard contact off of Kluber. First pitch fastball misses up high. Sinker on the inside corner. Can you turn Angel Hernandez into the minor leagues? Well, all the umpires in the game are fictional. They didn't bother trying to get the umpire licensing. Good Lord, can you imagine people yelling at their screen when Angel Hernandez is calling strikes in the opposite batter's box? Nobody needed that. Fastball was fouled off. I mean, being able to edit the umpires would be a really cool feature too, but I don't think they'll ever touch that. 1-2 offering from Kluber. Collins chops one out to third. Ramirez cuts in front of Chapman, throws to first, and there's 2 away. And Kluber just has the Sox just pounding balls into the ground right now. The Sox just have a look of a defeated team. Somebody has to try to change that. Youkilis, in your bottom of the 7th, this part of the order is probably, I would think, I mean, if the Sox have any shot of coming back in this game, this part of the order is going to get up again. But Youkilis is now hitting .062. I think you got to hit for him here. First thing we're going to do is we're going to get a lefty back up in the Sox bullpen. Bergmeyer and Lester have both been really good against lefties. They're both kind of equally tired. Thinking ahead, Bernie, do you care who warms up between Lester or Bergmeyer, just in case you got to deal with a lefty at some point? Because you do have Dolby and Tomei coming up in this inning. They're both a little bit fatigued, but they're both kind of the same fatigue, so it's just a matter of who you want. Both have been pretty good. Bergmeyer's been a bit better. Unless, of course, you just want to leave Monbo in there. Get Lester warm and you got it. So we'll warm up Lester. I'm going to make this and get Derek Lowe throwing as well as your bullpen guys at the moment. So now, as far as the pinch hit situation, I just don't think Youkilis has been so bad. You've got one lefty bat right now. You've got 2 outs. But there's nobody else who you're going to hit for in this Red Sox lineup until you get back down to Jimmy Collins, probably. Maybe Varitek if you're feeling that. But you've got a while to go. So I kind of think this is probably where you cash Ellsbury in. Get a lefty bat into the game. Again, it's a 4-run game. Do you want to go with one of the righties to pinch hit for Youkilis here, or do you want to use Ellsbury now, Bernie? Their bats have just completely gone in the tank, Doug. That's really all that's happened. They haven't gotten, they're not getting many hits, and when they've had the opportunity to get a big hit, they just haven't. They have not gotten a single big hit in this series. All right, so Ellsbury will come in to hit for Youkilis. Little bit of a dangerous move with 2 outs because you still need a lot to happen afterwards. But Youkilis has just been so bad. And again, the rest of the order, I mean, that bench isn't great. There's nobody in the top 6 of this Red Sox order who you're going to pull to use one of those guys. So you see if Ellsbury can get on and try to spark something for you here. Ellsbury pulls that one. He hit it hard, but foul. It's 1-1. Yeah, no, absolutely, Doug. I know, I get it, absolutely. Hey, Tex, how are you? Served out in the center, and it's a base hit. Lofton thought about diving for it, but thinks better of it. So Ellsbury is on with the 2-out single. Now it's John Valentin. You do have another shortstop on the bench in Burleson. But, I mean, I think the only guy who you could use to hit for Valentin here if you wanted to. I mean, Harris has just been so bad. I think Dom DiMaggio is probably the only guy who you could. DiMaggio's only 231 in the series, but DiMaggio hit 282 during the season. So it's up to you if you want to, Bernie, if you want to let DiMaggio hit for Valentin or let Valentin hit for himself here. Let Valentin stay in. Agreed. Figured I'd give you the option, but agreed. Wind is blowing out a bit to center. Valentin has a little thunder in the bat. Cutter there from Kluber is fouled off. It's 0-1. Valentin 1 for 10 in the series. He was solid in the division series. He's hit a couple hard outs in this series, but the bottom of the Sox order has done virtually nothing, and the top half hasn't been able to come up with the big hit when they've needed to. And now they are 7 outs away from their season ending. Throw over to first by Kluber. Ellsbury gets back. One and one, the count. Kluber deals. Valentin lines it the other way. It's a base hit. Gobi comes up throwing. Ellsbury holds. And again, I feel the more and more I watch this and really pay attention to it, I feel like the base running aggressiveness rating doubles as an intelligence rating, and that's a horrible way to do things. It's why you have slower guys taking too many base running chances. Here's Harry Hooper. Hooper has been great at the plate. Now they ask for a big one, and Hooper delivers. Line to the gap. It's off the base of the wall. Ellsbury will score. We'll see if they wave. Oh, God, don't wave him. This is exactly what I was just talking about. Valentin is thrown out by 30 feet. His run means nothing. The Fenway crowd boos the horrible decision by John Valentin. God, that's annoying. Sorry, breaking the fourth wall there and venting from my broadcasting spot. I don't know if there's anything I can do about that, though. I want to pause this for 2 seconds. Bear with me. I posted the numbers of 2 incidents that had happened in the last couple of games about guys getting thrown out at the plate. And they were guys base running aggressiveness. So the way the ratings for the show is done, if you're not familiar with the game, a guy has a raw speed rating, and then he's got a steal rating, and then he has a base running aggressiveness rating. So the steal rating is kind of how successful a guy is at stealing. The base running aggressiveness rating kind of determines how often he tries to steal. There's no real base running intelligence rating. And I kind of feel like the more I look at it and analyze it, that base running aggressiveness rating is doubling as an intelligence rating. The 2 guys who got thrown out at the plate, when I checked the aggressiveness ratings for them the other day, because I want to see if maybe I just screwed up and entered something wrong. And they had base running aggressiveness ratings of like 8 and 11 out of 100. So they have virtually no aggressiveness. So they won't try to steal much. And they're getting waved around in situations where they never, ever would be waved around. That is a situation, there is no reason for John Valentin to try to come around in that spot. There's just none. You've got Mookie Betts and Ted Williams up next. His run means nothing. That's just something in the game. I don't know if I can fix it. And during the regular season, it didn't feel like it was bad, but that may have just been luck of the draw or the kind of games or the situations or whatever. But the postseason has had more than I'm comfortable with bad base running decisions coming home trying to score. Not so much going to second or going first to third, but coming home trying to score. It is too aggressive trying to get the runs home. And between this, before I start season 3, I'm going to have to try to do some work and see if there's anything I can do to limit it, because you can't have, like, if it was over making Willie Mays and Jacoby Ellsbury overly aggressive, okay, that's one thing. But if you're making John Valentin and Willie McCovey overly aggressive on the base paths, you're running teams out of innings, and that's not something that you want to see happen. So anyway, that's my vent. Apologies there, but that's kind of my explanation as to what I think is going on with the game engine. I also think it has a bit of a timing mechanism that's wrong. Like, you'll have guys, even Lajoie before, and I didn't mind the aggressiveness on that Lajoie play. It was a rare play. It was a rare situation. It was kind of a cool thing to have happen. But that Lajoie makes the turn at third when Dorr already has the ball in his hand, even though he was well out into the outfield. I still don't think Lajoie is trying that. Kenny Lofton, yeah. I don't think Lajoie, who's a tick above average speed-wise, is making that attempt there. So I think there's just the mechanism of what a guy does in relation to where the ball is could also be screwed up. But anyway, it is what it is. I can't undo it at this point, so we're just going to have to kind of deal with it. Easy for me to say when I'm not a Red Sox fan. But so they do get a run in. John Valentin will probably be banned for life. And the game continues to want to put Jack Wilson up. I figured it was going to do that. We're going to sit Wilson back down. Get Lester back up. He's almost warm. So we're going to let Monbo deal with Manny. And then we'll bring Lester in to deal with Tomei and Dobie. I said that was back-to-back homers before. That was not back-to-back homers. I forgot Tomei. I think Tomei's hitting in between them. Manny 2 for 3 with a homer on the day. Yanks this one hard and foul. It's 1-2. Right, well, that's the thing, Tex. The situational aspect of it is, and these guys, none of these things ever let you see as Manny lines out to right to Betts for the first out. These things never really let you see. It was back-to-back. Dobie's hitting fourth, Tomei's hitting fifth. Jack Wilson's mother apparently controlling the Red Sox bullpen. But we can still override that. Sit him, get Lester into it. We'll do a mound visit to get Lester completely warmed up. And now we'll get John Lester into this game. So Monbiquette does his job. And here's John Lester. This will be Lester's 5th appearance of the postseason. These games never let you see under the hood for how those kind of mechanics work. Like what goes into the formulas or whatever for determining whether a runner is going to run and that kind of thing. And I think it would be cool if they did, but there's probably a reason why they don't want you to see it too much, because it's not that precise. And again, the game does a lot of intelligent things, and it does a lot of smart things a lot of the time. But like if you watch enough of it and you see something that's happening repeatedly that goes against the intelligent part of the game, you need somebody on the case who's going to look for that stuff. Dobie grounds out to first. Harris takes it to the bag. There's 2 away. So now here's Jim Tomei. Tomei is 1 for 3, a single and a run scored. See that I don't think that's the case, Bernie. I don't think that's how it is at all. Because the pitch mechanics and all that kind of stuff. I don't think it determines it in that fashion. But I do think there's stuff like ball placement and things like that. There are too many mechanisms as Tomei singles through the hole. There are too many mechanisms that are factored into the play, and I just don't think it doesn't relate them in as fine-tuned a manner as it should. A text game is. I still refer to OOTP as a text game. I trust you know what I mean by that. But a game like that, yeah, there's a predetermined kind of thing because it's just going to run formulas. There's no ball action. There's no mechanics that have to come into it. It's different with a console game. But like you'll see a bunch of those plays where I've slowed them down, because I've done that a bit more recently, and run the replays like if a guy has gotten thrown out at the plate and I felt like the decision was questionable. And I see, one of the things I really look at is where is the guy in relation to third base at the time when the outfielder or the cutoff man gets the ball in their hand. And I just feel like that mechanic is really off. And if there's some sort of an equation in place, which there may well be, that like ties the distance that the runner is from third and the distance that the fielder is from where the throw is going and the speed rating, if there's some sort of mechanic that ties all of that together, that calculation is busted. I'm sorry, I'm kind of deviating from the broadcast a little bit. But, you know, I care about this stuff because when you put as much, and not to toot my horn or any shit like that, but when you put the kind of work that I put into trying to get all this stuff right, when something like that happens, it just kind of is like, oh, it's just kind of a kick in the nuts. So the Cleveland's going to bring Sam McDowell into this game. I probably haven't paid as much attention to the Indians bullpen as I should have to this point. Well, they've got the closer, Clase. All right, Clase is warming up. All right. And you've got Williams, the lefty, and then you've got Smith, who you can turn around to the right-hand side. So even though Mookie's a righty. All right, we'll let McDowell start this inning. I mean, now McDowell has to face 3. All right, but if there's anybody on once he gets past Smith, I think Clase has to come in to try to close this out. But here's Mookie Betts. Betts to face Sam McDowell. Indians closer Emmanuel Clase has begun to throw. One and 0 the count. McDowell fires. There's a heater in there for a called strike. They'll try to let McDowell get them through the 8th. But the Indians do not want to take any chances in letting this game slip from them. They'll bring Clase in, I think. Todd, let me know if you agree. Yeah, that bring Clase in for more than a 3-out save here if it ends up being needed. I think if you're Cleveland, you're trying to drop the hammer. You've got an off day tomorrow. If you have to use Clase for 4 outs or whatever, I think you probably do it. Betts is struck out there. McDowell dials it up to 100, and down goes Mookie. McDowell gasses him with the cheddar inside. Ties Betts up. That'll bring up Ted Williams. Williams is 0 for 3. And appreciate you guys tuning in here for a Friday night stream. If you are new to watching, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. I hope you will consider subscribing if you have not as of yet. And also, whoever's watching, if you like what you see, hit that like button. Williams hits it fairly well, but to dead center. Lofton hardly has to move, and there's 2 away. The energy level has come out completely of Fenway Park. Corey Kluber did a fantastic job for the Indians. Now Sam McDowell dealing with the 8th. He's retired the first 2 to face him. Here's Reggie Smith. Fastball misses inside. Change up away. Swung on and missed. It's 1-1. Dowell gasses it up for a fastball off the plate. It's 2-1. Good slider there. Smith turns it foul. Do I think the Sox would have come back in that situation? No, I don't. But at the same time, you want to see them get the optimal guys in the optimal spot and then see how it plays out. Three-two pitch from McDowell. Smith yanks this one down the left field line. That's going to be extra bases. Brantley gets to it quick. Smith around first, goes into second. Holy crap. That's a great throw from Michael Brantley. I don't mind Smith going there, but Brantley got to that ball really, really quickly. That one's not that egregious. That's just a good throw from Brantley. But nothing going the way of the Sox. And Jack Wilson's mom, once again, taking control of the Red Sox bullpen. I still don't think Jack Wilson's the guy who comes in this game. I just don't. especially when you've got Derek Lowe warm. So Lowe's going to get the nod, his third appearance of the playoffs. He will try to get the Sox through the ninth. He'll start off facing Victor Martinez. Martinez is 0 for 3. Fastball misses down low. Shot back through the box. There's a base hit for Victor Martinez. When you're in a situation like the Sox, where you're not getting any big hits at all, and you're not producing any runs, kind of got guys trying to do a little bit more beyond their means. Fastball there from Lowe, call the ball outside. Chapman's 1 for 3. He's singled back in the second. Fastball is fouled off. It's 1-1. Grounder to third, picked nicely. 5-4-3 double play. And there's 2 down here in the top of the ninth. Nicely started by Jimmy Collins. So Chapman is doubled up. And now Lowe will face Michael Brantley. Brantley 2 for 3, a pair of singles, and a terrific play there, throwing out Reggie Smith in the bottom of the 8th. The Indians are clicking on all cylinders at the moment. Whoever emerges from the Giants-Cardinals series, assuming this all holds, is going to have their hands full with the Tribe. Fly ball to center, Smith makes the grab, and the Sox prepared to make their last stand here at Fenway. Door, Varitek, and Collins due up. Indians lead it 4-1. And Emmanuel Clase is going to come in to close it out. 4 for 4 in save opportunities. He's yet to allow a run. Here's Door, 1 for 3. He's singled in the second. There you go, Todd. Fastball misses inside. What a story it would be, though, if the Sox finally decided to wake up here. I admit I find it unlikely. Well, there you go. So much for that. Bobby Door deep to right field, off the wall. Doby plays it well. Door will pull into second with a stand-up double to lead things off in the bottom of the ninth. So Door greets Clase rudely. Drives this one deep into the gap. He didn't miss a home run by much. You don't see many balls hit that low wall on the fly. They either short hop it, often hop over it, or they clear it. So now here's Varitek. Varitek 1 for 3. First pitch swinging, Varitek pulls it foul. I don't think you pinch hit DiMaggio for Varitek here. Not the way Varitek's one of the few guys at the bottom of the order who's swinging the bat. Slider there is in for a called strike. Ground ball there to second. Lajoie has it, throws to first, and there's one away. At the bottom of the order that hasn't produced, the guy hitting 300 in the postseason isn't the guy I would pinch hit for. Now, Jimmy Collins. Collins is 0 for 2. Now let me go check what the story is with the rest of these guys. You don't really have another third base. Well, No, Valentin's still in the game. Valentin is capable of playing third. So, I mean, if you want DiMaggio to hit, Bernie, you can hit DiMaggio for either Collins. Who else is up there? You don't have another first baseman around now that Euclid is out of the game. You could hit DiMaggio for Collins here if you wanted to. You said slowly, Todd. Nope, you got it. All right, so we'll leave. All right, so we'll leave Collins. We'll leave Collins in here. Wind, there you see, blowing out 7 miles an hour to left center. Ground ball in the hole. Backhanded play by Chapman. Long throw gets Collins. Comes home to score, and it's now 4-2. Oh, geez, Joe Harris. Joe Harris at 133. Hold on a second. What happens if we hit for... I just don't know if they have another guy who can play first. If you hit here... Collins... I think Collins is the guy I have listed as being able to play everywhere, though. Even though he really can't. And Harris hit 28 homers during the year, so you're going to kind of hope he can run into one here, I think. Also, I'm not sure it would handle that sub thing right. And I'm a little worried about it locking up. So if you hit for Harris here, Collins could go over to first, Varitek could go to third, Burleson would go to short. But Harris is rated better. It's not like DiMaggio is hitting well. We're going to leave it. I'm a little bit scared of it not handling that and then locking up the way it did that time. So we're going to let Harris try to keep the Sox season alive here. Fly ball to left. Brantley is back. Near the monster. It's off the wall. And Harris will pull in at second with a double. And the tying run will come to the plate for the Red Sox. A towering fly ball from Joe Harris. Off the top of the monster. Brantley plays it well. Again, they don't really have an option to hit for Valentin. Oh, no, they do. They have... Ugh. And now I'm late. Valentin has 2 hits today, though. All right, we're actually going to let... Valentin's swinging the bat well today. You're going to let him hit. He's got two for 3 on the day. You're not pinch hitting for him here. I didn't realize he had the 2 hits. So John Valentin comes up as the tying run. 2 for 3 on the day. Valentin down the right field line. It's foul. 1-1 the count. The Sox are down in their final out of the season. Slider misses down low. It's 2-1. Harry Hooper waits on deck. Clase deals. High fastball misses. It's 3-1. And the Fenway crowd finally making some noise. Clase looks in. We'll see if Valentin gets something good to hit here. 3-1 pitch. Valentin down the right field line, slicing just foul. So Valentin almost dunked one in there, and now the count is 3-2. Clase checks the runner. Deal slider gets him, swung on and missed, and the Cleveland Indians are going to the World Series. The Sox threaten in the ninth. They get the tying run to the plate, but the Tribe will celebrate on the Fenway Mound. And the Cleveland Indians are your American League champions here in year 2 of the FSBL. Tenuous performance there from Emmanuel Clase, but he gets through it, and the Tribe will now await the winner of the Giants-Cardinals series to see who will face off for the World Series in year 2 of the Franchise Stars Baseball League. So the Indians, for the second year in a row, eliminate the Boston Red Sox. Last year it came in the division series. This year in the league championship. Your final line score: Cleveland 4 runs, 11 hits, no errors. The Red Sox 2 runs, 11 hits, no errors. Corey Kluber, after getting routed in Game 1 of the ALCS, comes back here, 7 innings of work, allows 1 run, strikes out 6, walks 1, scatters 8 hits. Cy Young allowed 4 runs over 5 innings of work, struck out 4 and walked none. Manny Ramirez and Jose Ramirez, as well as Larry Doby, went deep. The Indians got 3 long balls. How many guys did the Red Sox leave on base? Is it going to tell me that? That's terrible that it doesn't tell me how many guys they left on base. I could have sworn it did. Oh well. I thought it did. So congratulations to Todd B and the Cleveland Indians. Appreciate it, guys. Cleveland Indians 23 is great for the non-PC crowd. I just felt that's been their name forever until the last couple of years. I have no problem with the name there. Like in the football league, I'm going to keep the Washington Commanders because I think Redskins is different. Like Redskins is not to go down this road, but Redskins is blatantly offensive. Like, it's not just saying Indians. Like, Redskins is blatantly offensive. So I'm not going to let them go back to that name. But the Indians will get to keep their name here, as that's what were known by for virtually ever. So congratulations to Cleveland. Really appreciate you guys joining me here. Beatles eternally. Head on over to his channel. I assume that chin wag will still occur, despite the late start. Mike Silva, Doug Hunt, Bernard Strom. Your Sox are going to be fine going forward. I promise that. There's a ton of talent on that team. They just could not get the big hit in this series. Tex Aggs was in the house. Always good to have Tex here. Let me see if I missed anybody else earlier on. I don't think so. Trying to go back. I never like missing anybody who slipped in. SGJ Jamie was in here. Always good to have Jamie around again. Check out his sports game in general. He posted the link to that a while back in the Discord, so check that out. So we're going to get out of this game, head on over to Beatles' house for a bit, if you are so inclined, for the Friday night discussion. Appreciate it as always, guys. Be good to each other, and we'll talk soon. The Cleveland Indians are the American League champions here in year 2 of the FSBL.